and that zoom in of Brian locking eyes with Justin is just so poetically done. And you'll learn throughout the series that Justin and Brian are very, incompatible,
Oh, they're gonna
or
take us on
compatible.
so many. It is
Oh
rough
yeah,
current
so
out
many
there.
roller coasters.
Rough currents. This sided because I do feel like you could make a critique that
Oh,
Mike really wants more out of this.
yeah, but that's a great storyline unto itself. But it's also very real, and not just the desire, but also that they balance each other out well. And so that's what oftentimes Mike probably sees in Brian Kinney. So when he sees with his really close friend, I mean, what he sees though is that he's able to express or do or say some of the things that he probably wishes that he could say or do.
Still like pause before I say it, and I'm like, should I actually say the word? And then I don't know. I feel conflicted. Like, how do you feel about that word?
Todrick Hall has a song called Fag, and there's something about this song that just it's empowering when he says it, like the way he's like, you call me. Yeah, it's just I was like, oh, okay, I never looked at it that way.
I have to listen to that now.
Yeah,
I love
it's
Todrick Hall.
I do too. And there's just there's something about that song. It's just like it's fun. I play it for people who I know. Sometimes this is probably so mean to me. Be like, oh, here, this song is great, and I played it for a friend, and she was like, they said, I'm like, yeah, it just I wanted to know her reaction to hearing.
You just
FH.
want the shock value.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Chris Hobbs was able to just experience this like connection with Justin and this like queer pleasure, if he was able to just experience that without immediately having to feel shame and having that shame connected to this moment, like how different that would be for this character.
Oh, so you saw the teacher interrupting as a metaphor for Chris's shame that's going to start to permeate throughout the series. Like that he's not able to synthesize the moment, like talk through it with Justin.
Well, not even talk through it. It's not even a metaphor. Just like imagine you're doing this illicit thing that feels good, and then immediately there's shame attached to it. And that's your first time experiencing something like that. You're never going to be, it's going to take a lot of undoing that shame, which there's no incentive for Chris Hobbs to do that. He's just going to absorb the shame and leave it at that, and then have this negative feeling attached.
It is a really gay male experience with like Babylon, the nightclub, like how they're talking about men. Like, is there an opening for a bi man to join their group even?
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? Because I mean, there's definitely some shared experiences there, but there's also maybe parts of a bisexual's experience that would be odd or not welcome in a setting like that. So I guess you almost have to figure out what you want to talk about and maybe leave certain things out. And just me, because like I remember like when I was figuring my life out, figuring out who I was, I didn't really fit into straight groups or gay groups. I felt very kind of like somewhere on the outside. Like
we really were always in clubs. I was 17 and in hot pants. I remember my friend said, "Don't you have any other type of clothes?" And I'm like, "But my hot pants were my thing." I'm like, I gotta wear my hot pants. Because that was, you go, you stand, you do, and then that was it. Get drunk, pick someone up. So,
I mean, like when I was with the Justin that I dated, he was very much like just that. He wasn't in high school, he was in college, but like he was very kind of innocent, had just come out of the closet, had just like, was getting to know himself, those types of things. I think we see these characters we see like glimmers of realism and glimmers of folks, if not us, then other people in our lives who did the same thing. Like